The God of the Bible is not a Trinity, and there are multiple passages that illustrate this. The whole Old Testament never speaks of God as three persons, never makes distinctions of persons in the Old Testament, while repeatedly speaking of God as Father some 17 times and his Spirit some 80 times in the Old Testament, covering a period of some 4,000 years that God is spoken of and in relationship with his creation as Father. And yet there's a passage in John chapter 4, verses 20 through 24 that very clearly illustrate this fact. And it's a New Testament Bible fact. Whereas if God was a Trinity, it should be revealed here, and or Jesus should make a correction. Let's watch what Jesus had to say to the woman at the well in Samaria. John chapter 4, verse 20. Our fathers worship in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And so here Jesus makes no attempt to correct the Jews' theology to the new revelation of God as a Trinity. And so the question has to be asked, when was the Trinity revealed? It wasn't in the New Testament. It certainly wasn't with the woman at the well. Jesus did not clarify, which he very well could have if God were a Trinity. It's amazing to me that the God that created it all somehow failed to use the adequate words and language, the God who created language, Jesus who was the Word made flesh, somehow failed to use the word Trinity, failed to use the word distinct persons, failed to use multiple other words that would be required to make God a Trinity. And yet there are those that have imposed a Trinity on the God of the Bible, but that is not what the Bible says. And one day all will see the one sitting on the throne, and his name is Jesus. Check out my website and our other videos on our channel, our website at www.godglorified.com or our YouTube channel. There's many videos that we have regarding these subjects, and I pray that you're blessed.